What's good everyone, it's Steve from SnkrTechTalk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the Player One Plus from Sirius Player Only in this new Phantom colorway. Alright, so before we get into the shoes, which I'm very excited to talk about here from Sirius Player Only, I know I always say I love what the brand is doing, but they just upped the ante with this Phantom pair right here. I do want to take a look at the box as it does differ from your standard yellow box you typically get from the brand. It is kind of a light blue box. The size tag label does read Player One Plus Phantom. I did get these in a US size 11. And when you open this box right here, you are greeted with these really nice dust bags that have the 4 AM logo on either side. You do get 2 dust bags. There is a reason for that, I believe, other than kind of this being a premium release with those crystals at the back of the shoe. But without further ado, let's take a look at the Sirius Player Only Player One Plus in the Phantom colorway. Alright, so before we get into the shoes as a whole, like I said, both shoes come with a dust bag. And I believe that is to keep these heels away from touching the inside of the box and the shoes themselves, because these are Swarovski crystals actually at the back of this shoe on the TPU heel clip, which is just absolutely insane. So to prevent them from rubbing and maybe kind of rubbing off some of the crystals, I believe that's why you're getting those 2 dust bags. But like I said, without further ado, let's take a look at the shoes. Alright, so as always, starting at the bottom of the shoe, what you're getting with the Player One Plus here with this colorway is a kind of milky translucent outsole in that spiral wound herringbone traction pattern that does run from the forefoot all the way to the heel, as you can see right here. It is a very tacky traction pattern, top 3 traction pattern last year, the year before, and for sure here in 2025. This traction pattern is super elite on all court conditions. I just really love what they continue to do with their rubber compounds on the Player One Plus. Moving your way up from that, as far as the cushioning goes, it is a explosive drop-in midsole that you're getting with this shoe. Now that insole you can purchase on their website, for I believe 45 USD, or it comes in some of their premium models like the Ranger and some of their other models that they decide to throw it in throughout the release calendar throughout the year. This is one of those releases. This is going to be a premium release. I'm not sure what the price point of this shoe as far as how much these are going to fetch, but you are getting that full-length eTPU drop-in midsole right here. It's basically boost heel to toe, and it's super comfortable underfoot and just very bouncy and responsive. My favorite cushioning setup from the brand, bar none. As far as the materials go on this release right here, starting at the back, you're getting kind of this patent leather iridescent finish, as you can see right here, kind of like a diamond patent leather, just the way it sheens and shines throughout. It's absolutely insane what you're getting on the back of the shoe and at the top of the tongue. It's sure to stand out on or off the court for sure. The rest of the upper for this basketball shoe is a screen mesh material with TPU strands running throughout for really strengthening this upper for those hard lateral cuts on court. And you're also getting some fuse rands around the toe box and up the eye stay for some extra support throughout this hoop shoe as well. As far as the tongue goes, you are getting a very open cell mesh material, which is going to offer supreme breathability on all of the Player One Pluses across the board. It's no different here. So the materials really aren't anything special, but they're very good for on-court use as far as performance, lightweight nature, and just breathability running throughout. And that patent leather hit at the back is just something to behold. It's wild in person, and I think they should throw some more materials like these on some of their pairs that just really make the shoe pop, because this one is absolutely insane. And then not so much materials, but something that they utilized on this back TPU heel clip is Swarovski crystals, as you can see right here, consciously crafted since 1895. There is a QR code if you want to read about their crystals, but as you can see right here, there are small little crystals individually placed throughout. I'm sure some of them will flake or fall off throughout time, but it's such a daring move from the brand for what they did here, and I think it looks incredible in person. Honestly, you have to see these in person to believe it. Just a wild looking basketball shoe for sure. As far as the fit goes for this model right here, now typically I'm a size 10.5 or an 11, typically a 10.5 in all of my Nike basketball shoes. Now when I started wearing this brand about 3 years ago now, I was recommended that they do fit a little bit small, so I went up to a size 11, and that was the perfect move for me. My toe is right near the end of the shoe right here, so it's a very snug one-to-one fit, and it does run a little bit narrow right here in the forefoot, so if you are a wide footer, I would recommend going up half a size, and you should be good to go right off the bat. So for me, I went up half a size in the Player 1 Plus as usual, and it fits my foot like an absolute glove. As you can see right here, the toe is very tapered as well, so really no extra volume within this hoop shoe. It's just such a snug fitting shoe and basically a perfect shoe for my foot shape and size. As far as the support goes with this model right here, you do have an internal and external TPU heel counter, which does a great job of offering some really nice support at the back of the shoe and just keeping your foot locked in at the back of the Player 1 Plus. Moving your way down from that, you have this screen mesh material with kind of these flywire strands running throughout to really harness your foot in on those hard lateral cuts. And then you have this TPU plate right here on the lateral side, so when you take any hard lateral cuts, it really prevents your foot from spilling over the side of the shoe. Moving your way to the bottom, you have a pretty wide and stable base at the front and back, coupled with this carbon fiber shank plate, which offers great torsional rigidity. And then you also have this outrigger right here that helps prevent your foot from kind of teetering over and spraining your ankle if you do land awkwardly here in the Player 1 Plus. It's a superb basketball shoe for support. Honestly, for me being 6'2.5", 220 pounds, it's just the total package for my playstyle being a slasher and shooter. And I firmly believe that if you're positions 1 through 5, guard to center, you can hoop in this shoe. It has elite traction, cushioning, and support. All of the things that I need to make all of my movements confidently on court, this model has. So keep that in mind when you are looking to purchase a new hoop shoe here in 2025. I think this is a superb option, and I do have a code for anyone that wants to purchase anything off their website. I am not affiliated at all with the brand, but I am one of the early adopters that really loves this brand as far as performance basketball shoes, and I've purchased a ton from them. I've had friends and family purchase from them, so use the code SnkrTechTalk for 10% off. I don't get any kickbacks. It's just something to give my subscribers to kind of knock down some of the price of this $180 price point as far as most of the Player 1 Plus basketball shoes. I'm not sure how much this Phantom colorway is going to cost. I'm assuming a little bit more, considering these do have real Swarovski crystals on the back of it. But sound off in the comments what you guys think of this colorway, and would you guys consider picking this up to hoop in? So that's going to do it for today's review on the Player 1 Plus in this Phantom colorway featuring real Swarovski crystals, which is just completely mind-blowing to me. One thing I didn't mention is the liner on the inside of the shoe is kind of crystals running throughout as well. So it's a very loud basketball shoe at the back half, and it's pretty subtle up front, but I think it's a great execution from the brand. Sound off in the comments what you guys think of this colorway. But as always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that would definitely help the channel a ton. And check out my Instagram over at SnkrTechTalk, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and nostalgia as a whole. As always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.